advancing humanity. This is what you have today is called the military decree. They changed the name to constitution. Rather, a shameless charade aimed at subjugating the people by favor ethnic Fulani. Where Fulani has no resources, Biafra has resources, and they have it in exclusive list. You can't utilize it. They take it from you, they become the MD of Nigeria Petroleum Corporation. They lead and head every department using the oil and the natural resources from your land. I was watching a Ebonyi State governor who was asked, how much do you generate from salt as the salt of the nation? He doesn't know. He said, it is Abuja people that knows how much they make in salt. Because it is in an exclusive list. Fulani doesn't have land to know if they have the salt, they are going to remove it from the exclusive list. Yet, in the state of the north, there is gold. They mine the gold for themselves. And no Nigeria government, federal government, poke nose into it. But the state governor in Ebonyi State doesn't know how much they make in the salt, from the salt. This is very outrageous revelation that should wake the subconsciousness of every Biafran, because it is happening in other states as well, not just in Ebonyi. There are states in Biafra land that are oil producing states. They don't know what is going on. In the face of brazen display of injustice, subjugation, marginalization, discrimination, deprivation, it is abnormal not to agitate. That's what we're doing today. The course it takes depends on how the oppressors choose to respond. Whether they choose to send negotiators in honest effort to address the issue, or they double down and send the military and police. Today, they have tried to bribe me with trillions of naira. Instead of addressing the reason, I'm telling you the fact, they have, just last week, I got the information that they are ready to make me the richest man in Africa. I said to them, does it mean that you people are not even interested in releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because that is what it means. I gave a simple demand. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and then we can see how far we can go with that. And that particular demand continue to stand. Otherwise, Biafrans will continue to hit you the hardest way. As it turned out, our host for this convention, Finland, fought their own war for their own freedom. Most people of this world fight to the end when faced with threat to their survival and well-being. You can't call me a terrorist and then praise Mandela. You can't call me a terrorist and make Gandhi a legend. However, my dream is to become more powerful than them. Because I know Nigeria is the most complex, complicated country, and I am fighting it in the same complicated way. I told them I will remain the equation they will never solve. Some of you may not understand. The reason why you are in Finland today is not just a coincidence. It is something that God has planned for many years. I don't care how the Webster or Oxford Dictionary define agitation. Based on our life experience, I stand here today to define agitation as a natural adaptation to threat to our survival and well-being. So it is normal to agitate. What is abnormal is not agitating in the face of threat to one's survival and well-being. Woe unto those that have chosen to keep mute while millions of their compatriots undergo unimaginable ailment treatment on the scale Nigeria has imposed on our people. And there is many such people. During our preparation for the opening of the Biafra Administrative Office in Baltimore, United States, we wrote letters to the community. One church, Trinity Church, Baltimore, asked us, "You are not the only people from that country in this church. Why is it that you are not only, you are the only one talking about it?" Because the people in the church never cared. They are in the United States and they are living comfortably well. By the time the pastor saw the scale of the government-sponsored genocide in the land, he was overwhelmed and asked, "Does the U.S. government know about this?" U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Mary Beth Leonard, should answer the question. Of course, these are the people that are corrupt. If Finland is a corrupt country, by now, a lot of things would have happened. But you know, and I will be in this country and liberate Biafra. Also, the U.S. Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, was first action as Secretary, whose first action as Secretary of the State was to remove Nigeria from the list of countries where Christians are persecuted. That should answer the question as well. I want to remind you that Secretary Blinken removed Nigeria while he was on the way to Nigeria. He didn't even arrive in Nigeria before he removed Nigeria from the list. That's a sign of corruption. Of course, when he came to Finland, we submitted a letter to him. Whether he received the letter is a story for another day. But we submitted the letter to him. The U.S. government knows about the killing, but they prefer not to do anything and not to give it publicity. Because we have researched what America did during the Biafra War, and we know what to do. And what we have to do is to continue to fight Nigeria with everything we have. And the way we are going to fight Nigeria is not the way we fought Nigeria in 1967. We are fighting them systematically. We will see them, they will not see us. They understand that publicizing it will result in the citizens forcing them to do something. It was in response to publicity of the Biafra War in 1967 to 1970 that Bruce Merrock, aged 20 and a student at Columbia University, New York, on May 29, 1969, set himself ablaze at the UN building in New York City. The UN, Bruce, shortly after he died from the burns injury, as a 20-year-old and her of an infant family, Merrock Fortunoff, he had a bright future ahead of him. He did not have to do what he did. But seeing the senseless massacre of Biafran during the Nigeria-Biafran Civil War was more than he could handle. And we dedicated our administrative office in the United States to him. cannot understand why the world, and in particular, the United States of America, could let extreme wickedness go on for so long as obnoxious image of man, inhumanity to man, as exemplified by death and destruction, and millions of Biafran children dying from kwashoko were shown on television around the world. This is something that people did not know, was that America was actually doing something, but we didn't know about it. The people piloting the Biafra war didn't have knowledge about what was going on. The United States had to turn down Gowon requests not to send aid to Biafra. Things were actually turning to the Biafra side. Gowon.
All right, welcome back. You don't see as that convention they go. You know, say my own, they like tell you, say, they know they like tell man, say make you tell man, now why they bring them to you? Make you carry your eyes, see them as the things they be. Like I promise you, if I make promise, they like to bring them to come to pass. As you see, I promise you, say, as that conference they go, I go like tell you as the matters they go, and him I don't bring to you. You can see, say, the things are actually going fine. There, I need to tell you as it be, but you yourself, you don't carry your eyes, see them. You know, be child's play from, look at what is going on there. I also make sure that the food news gets to you. You can see the speech, that speech out of eloquence and oletre, you gonna say, and I want to come on. Meanwhile, as they go, IPOB Ejimako berates infighting, calls for united front for Kano's release. You see, people like Ejimako is coming back again because they have seen that one thing about life is you don't need to please everybody. Because at that point, when you are trying to please everybody, people might not really understand you, but you don't need to prove your point. All you need to do is keep moving. At the end of the tunnel, if it happens fine for you that maybe through everything you have been doing, people are able to, you know, find out what you are doing, that's okay. But if you try to prove your point every time, my brother, you do on your own, and you know go feed do am. So, now why people like Ejimako them rose against the prime minister, talk so many things. And one thing that happened that I saw about the prime minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is that he does not relent. And he does not even want to care about what you are doing. What he believes is that there is light at the end of every tunnel. And I think that should be the composure of every freedom fighter or every person that is, you know, have been, you know, has determined to make out life to become better, you know. Because you go they do the things where we say pass, you want to explain to everybody why they do the things where they do, my brother, you go explain tire now, so they talk so now the prime minister do, instead of explaining to plenty people, he just they move ahead. And now wait till you carry your eyes see, now wait till you go talk. Person fit tell you carry your ear hear am, if you no be, but if you carry your eyes see am as they go, you go no say say my, if they say wapukwala na joromi, you go no say the music where they dance, say the thing don't come up for joromi. Now pure dance now, now they dance now. You don't shell this one no be rough for my people. This one are good news. Now pure things where we say they happen. Now waiting now they bring to you many people now. Even the likes of waiting they call in name, man the powerful. We say they say their name na DOS, we hide. You know, say you get as if you see snail, go carry them to chook snail. Snail go hide for in shell. And so they chook them. Man, we no get connection. That man now wahala for himself. Now so they chook the DOS them boys. And so they hide themselves for their shell. Say, I beg, make they go rest. As you can see, the prime minister said they tried bribing him. That one surprised me. He said some people, they have called him that they are going to make him the richest man in Africa, the whole of Africa. They said they will make him the richest man. You could imagine that. That's talk what if you want oil well, we give you oil. There is some people that started this journey. People like M.A. Solve them. I don't want to the corner. You know, say they get office now. They are very legalized. Masop is legalized in Nigeria. I don't even know whether they are still in the freedom fighting or they have become integrated into the government's officials. Now they are hiring them as a security. You rose up to fight for freedom, and at last you become a security man, mere security man. Nobody they even hear your voice. Oh, Hamadike, one of Ndibo, I have one joke with the good guy. And then the trend everywhere. And he say no go gree. Say there are many governments where we say they did for exile achieve their freedom. And you can go and read history. Some people will say yes, that thing is not into existence again. It's no more in vogue. How will you say that something in vogue? If you know something, things like fashion, they come back every 10 years, every decade. Fashion comes back decade. Go and watch the clothes that is being worn now. Oh, 1960, 1970. They are still coming back. At least they are now modernize the quality and the rest of them. Meanwhile, Mamba to Mamba, I go verse say you they listen, you know they like. I go verse say you they listen, you know they subscribe. I the verse also say you they listen, you know they like to they share the news, the good things why they do. Nobody you go they enjoy them because of that the more free for them konele sosia. Ndeba say onya one year. That is, if you see what is good, share to your brother. Make I cut on here because I'm not too plenty. I go still come back on another session with you. Don't touch the live. You are still with your one and only Nyoko Poos, the man where you know. I don't need to tell you, make you go to tell your brother. I'm going to come